I received the baby into my hands, that's when I realized that I'm not dealing with the 4 months or a 1.5 month abortus. I'm dealing with a live baby, which is about 2 kgs, about 30 to 34 weeks. So I take this baby into the cabin, place her on the serving table, and then look for things now, how
Yeah,
to
we heard you
cord,
used
clamp the
luggage
cord
bags
and
of
cut the cord
passengers
so
and
that
they
the
all
baby could
cooperated with
survive.
that. They gave you their
And then
luggages.
I used
Amit,
it to wrap the baby, and by the time I used to clean, and the baby started crying, and all the passengers applauded. I think that set in a positive vibe, and then I was pretty sure that the baby was doing very good. Baby opened the eyes and cried.
it was quite an interesting episode for all passengers on board Flight 6E, Indigo Flight 6E 122 on the 7th of October from Delhi to Bengaluru, as a baby was born mid-air. And all this thanks to Dr. Shailaja, who helped facilitate the entire pregnancy process on air right after the plane took off. In 15 minutes, Dr. Shailaja came, attended to a pregnant woman who in her mid-30s felt a stinging pain. She complained to the cabin crew. Nobody knew what to do. They asked for a doctor. Dr. Shailaja stepped in. Dr. Shailaja, we understand that when they asked for doctors, you were the second option. First, a plastic surgeon came up and he said this is indigestion. You came in next. What really happened? Did you expect that you're going to give birth to a baby, help deliver a baby on flight?
Never did I think that I would deliver a baby ever, because I think I practice fetal medicine. But the lady is the one who actually told that, she has gastritis. It is not Dr. Nagaraj. And she said she had severe pain and she wanted to pass stools. Maybe he thought it was constipation and she had some spasmodic pain. So when I came, I thought maybe when I realized she was pregnant, I thought maybe she was aborting, because aborting is one of the most commonest causes at that particular time for someone to have that kind of pain. But when I took her history and when she was very clear that she didn't have any bleeding, so I thought maybe she's really having gastritis and she wanted to pass stools. So, and after about 5-10 minutes sitting with her, and she was holding my hand because she couldn't control her pain, and then she said she really passed stools. That's when I asked the crew members, please go help her to the washroom. I see blood stain like her on the floor. That's when I realized this is not stools and she's in labor. Maybe she's not 1.5 months. So I walk up to the washroom and then open the door, and then I see her on the toilet sitting over there, and then she's she's in labor and the fetal head is out.
Gosh.
And that's when I assist
The
her
loo is so
delivery and
tiny,
then
the
complete,
flight
and then
restrooms
she
are so small. How did you manage post that? We understand that the delivery was given inside that toilet. It was
yeah, this was it is a small space, but then all this did not really come into my head, because then she was such a good position where the delivery was quite easy in that position. Luckily, because of the pandemic, I was wearing gloves. And then I delivered the baby. Because of the pressure, she actually pushed the baby with the cord and the placenta. Then I
all this
walked
during
into
COVID times, and that's
wash.
what's really heart-wrenching. All this during COVID times. Did the passengers all, comply with the entire situation? Did they adjust? Did they cooperate? And what was the cabin crew's reaction as well? I'm sure none of them imagined that this would have happened.
Extremely, Nabila, because I think the passengers were extremely cooperative, and I think they really had, they were very happy seeing it, and they were so welcoming. And I think it's one in a lifetime experience to see something live. I mean, like, what else can be more beautiful than to see your life right in front of
I
you,
know.
new life shaping in front of you. I think they were extremely happy and overwhelmed with the same joy. When a baby cried, it looked like their baby cried, and
Oh, they
everybody
were all
was so
clapping
happy.
and absolutely. Dr. Shailaja, what's interesting is when was the last time you gave birth, you helped give birth a baby?
Yeah, this is quite interesting for me too, because I did my masters in my gynecology, but it was 8 years back I delivered, and then I chose to change my this thing into fetal medicine. So it's been 8 years I've been practicing fetal medicine, and I haven't been delivering. So one delivery after 8 years is in air. Yes, it
So
is.
8 years you have
So
not
this is another
helped
thing.
deliver a
Maybe,
baby, but
maybe
you
people,
became
if the
the
mother knew,
savior
maybe I'm
on
just
air,
delivering
mid-air.
after 8.
Dr. Shailaja, how is the mother and the baby doing? What's your takeaway from this?
Yeah, I think mother and baby did extremely well in 15, 20 minutes after the birth. This is the first time ever I have experienced in my life seeing a strong mother and a child like that and a baby like that. I think they did fantastic, and they were moved to some hospital close by, and then they went on this thing. They went home because the doctor thought they were fine, and so they went home.
All right, so it was all well that ends
Yeah.
well. The family is happy, the baby and the mother are hale and hearty. What's the one takeaway that you have here of this episode? Any advice you want to give to the cabin crew the next time? Advice to any mothers who are traveling,
Yes,
pregnant mothers?
I think this is not for. I think this is for all the airlines and for all the this thing. I think in our culture, this demands us to go because of our reasons to go back home and deliver. I think all the pregnant women, any pregnant women, when they're planning to travel, the fitness to travel certificate from their doctor has to be a must. And I think airlines also should come up with some guidelines when they know there's a pregnant lady on board. Like when they're booking a ticket, there should be a separate column for pregnant women, and there's certain things that needs to be fulfilled so that these kind of mishaps
Episodes don't happen because this is
And
not
at least the
this
senior
went
crew
well, but
member on
otherwise
board
one
should be
can't
trained
promise and
for
assure that
basic
all will
minimal
be safe.
training to handle emergencies, not like to deliver, but at least a few things that they know that they're going to handle pregnant women.
Absolutely. Dr. Shailaja, thank you very much. We're hoping that you get back to delivering babies again. Why the 8-year gap? Now you've brushed up all your skills, that too mid-air flight. Thank you. I'm sure the family is really grateful to you as well. Kudos to you from our end too.